What I thought was interesting today, and I was thinking about it when Timo Werner was substituted, Jan, it was probably good, wasn't it, that there wasn't a home crowd, because surely they would have whistled and booed him as he came off his last home match, because they can't be happy with the way this whole Chelsea thing has played out.
Well, both, because there are two teams who are not. Schalke will be very happy that there are no crowd at the moment, because that crowd is terrible when things are going bad. But Leipzig, I'm not sure about that, because in Germany they're more used to this process of clubs signing or losing players a bit earlier. What I would think they could boo is this decision that he may be not playing, or apparently not going to play for them in the Champions League. That I think is a disgrace. Why should he do that? They are coming so far. They did ever so well against Tottenham Hotspurs. Surely they could have found a deal with Chelsea that he should have played in Lisboa for the Champions League. I think that is terrible. And I think, yeah, okay, COVID-19 has made a lot of problems. This shouldn't be a problem. Please let him stay for another couple of months. What is this all about? I mean, you can find a house in London. There are a lot of billionaires who have no bankruptcy, and there will be available houses in West London. Calm down, Timo Werner, and do your duty for RB Leipzig.
Before we all start Googling London property, Ali, what do you make of what do you make of Timo Werner's decision, if indeed it is his?
It's embarrassing, and it is lacking professionalism at the very least. It is your responsibility as a player for Leipzig to see whatever is it that Leipzig is going to be involved in, to see that competition through. And when you leave a club, and in this case, Timo Werner leaving Leipzig for Chelsea, you don't just turn your back on whatever your history has been with that club. You have to understand that part of your success was the platform built by that club that showcased your talent. Yes, it's about your talent that takes you to Chelsea, but there was a platform in which you had to perform, and that platform comes from the structure of RB Leipzig. And so there has to be an understanding that, look, if I started the season with Leipzig, and now we're in Champions League, and we made it as far as we have, I should be able to play with my club and see it out. And if I'm Timo Werner, I am telling Chelsea, no. I'm going to play with Leipzig as far as we get in the Champions League, and then I turn my focus onto Chelsea. What really, really concerns me is the attitude that I saw today from Timo Werner. Not only the performance out on the field that was without any sort of impact and sometimes without any sort of interest. When you saw him come off the field, he was just sitting there as if nothing had happened, as if this has nothing to do with him. And I'm going to be very careful in reading body language because, well, we just have to be mindful of how things come through the screen. But when you see him sitting there and they are losing the game and they end up losing 2-0 and the camera cuts to him and he's just kind of giggling and laughing and it's fine and it's okay, you have to say this guy has turned completely his back on the club. He has shut this door and he's moved on to Chelsea. And that is unacceptable because he still has responsibilities to RB Leipzig and he should be playing in Champions League. There's no doubt about that.
But to be a bit lawyer for Timo Werner because he's not here. He's a good lad, and I think that if we can read into his body language, I agree with you. But if you saw Leipzig today, there was no one in that team who wanted to play today. There was a dismal appearance by them. I think that the Leipzig were terrible today. I'm not sure that this decision was made by Timo Werner, and that makes me even more sad because if this is only a money thing or insurance kind of thing, that kind of put everything we believe in the Champions League to start the season and then to end the season there. And of course, that was manageable for him to play in the Champions League if there was a will from Chelsea Football Club.
Yeah, and I understand what you're saying, Jan, and I agree with you that Leipzig were terrible today. There's only one player that is going to Chelsea at the end of the season, and that's Timo Werner. And there's only one player who's not going to be available for Champions League, and that's Timo Werner. So while they were very poor today, it is fair to single out Timo Werner because he has brought on this on himself. And whether he's a good guy or not, the perception from the outside looking in, he doesn't come out of this looking all that great.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.